Werner Herzog's Nosferatu is a haunting and atmospheric retelling of the classic vampire tale that remains faithful to the spirit of the original while also infusing it with Herzog's unique vision. The film stars Klaus Kinski as Count Dracula, a pale and gaunt figure with long and sharp fingernails and a piercing stare. Kinski's performance is mesmerizing and chilling, and he imbues the character with a sense of otherworldly menace that is both terrifying and alluring. The film's story follows the basic plot of the original Nosferatu, with Dracula's move from Transylvania to Germany and his pursuit of Lucy Harker, played by Isabelle Adjani, and her husband Jonathan, played by Bruno Ganz. Herzog's film is a slow-burning and atmospheric horror movie that relies on mood and atmosphere to create a sense of unease and dread, rather than jump scares or gore. The cinematography is beautiful and evocative, with dark shadows and muted colors contributing to the film's eerie atmosphere. One of the most striking elements of the film is the way that Herzog blends the fantastical and the mundane. While the story is firmly rooted in the supernatural, the film's locations and settings are very much grounded in reality. The scenes of Dracula traveling through the German countryside and arriving at the port city of Wismar are shot with a documentary-like attention to detail, making the film's supernatural elements feel all the more real and unsettling. The making of Werner Herzog's Nosferatu was not without its challenges. One of the biggest challenges during the making of the film was working with Klaus Kinski, who played Count Dracula. Kinski was notorious for his volatile personality and difficult behavior on set, and he and Herzog had a contentious relationship. According to reports, Kinski often behaved erratically and would lash out at his co-stars and crew members. However, despite the challenges, Kinski's performance in the film is widely regarded as one of his best. The film was shot on location in various parts of Germany including Wismar, a port city on the Baltic Sea, which served as the setting for much of the story. Herzog wanted to capture the atmosphere of the city and its surrounding countryside, and many of the scenes were shot at night to add to the film's eerie mood. The film's production design was also a key element in creating its distinctive look and feel. Herzog worked with production designer Henning von Gerke to create a world that blended the fantastical with the mundane, with Dracula's castle and the other supernatural elements of the story contrasting with the film's realistic depictions of the German countryside and the city of Wismar. The film's score, composed by the German band Popol Vuh, was recorded using a variety of instruments, including synthesizers, flutes, and percussion, and helped to create the film's dreamlike atmosphere. There were also some controversies surrounding Werner Herzog's Nosferatu upon its release. One controversy involved Herzog's decision to use the same story and character names as the original Nosferatu film, which was based on Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. Although Herzog had obtained the rights to use the story from Stoker's estate, the production company that owned the rights to the original Nosferatu sued Herzog for copyright infringement. The case went to court, and Herzog was eventually allowed to release his film with some minor changes to the story and character names. Another controversy involved the film's depiction of Wismar, the German city that serves as the setting for much of the story. Some residents of Wismar were unhappy with the way their city was portrayed in the film, as it was shown as a dark and ominous place inhabited by supernatural forces. They felt that the film's portrayal of their city was unfair and could hurt tourism. However, Herzog defended his depiction of Wismar, stating that he was simply trying to capture the atmosphere of the city as it was in the late 19th century, when the story takes place. Werner Herzog has spoken extensively about his film Nosferatu, both in interviews and in the commentary track included on the film's DVD release. In interviews, Herzog has stated that he was drawn to the story of Nosferatu because he saw it as a way to explore the themes of obsession and madness that he is often interested in exploring in his films. He has also described the film as a dream or a poem, saying that he was more interested in creating a mood and an atmosphere than in telling a straightforward narrative. In the DVD commentary track, Herzog discusses the challenges of making the film, particularly in working with Klaus Kinski, whom he describes as both a genius and a madman. He also discusses the film's themes and the symbolism of certain shots and scenes, including the use of mirrors and reflections throughout the film. Overall, Herzog has spoken fondly of Nosferatu and considers it to be one of his most personal and expressive works. He has said that the film represents his attempt to make a horror film that is not just about scares, but about something deeper and more existential. There are several key moments in Werner Herzog's Nosferatu that are essential to understanding the film's story and themes. Here are a few of them. The film begins with Hutter, a young real estate agent, traveling to Transylvania to finalize the sale of a property to the mysterious Count Dracula. This journey sets the stage for the rest of the film and establishes Hutter as the film's protagonist. When Hutter arrives at Dracula's castle, he finds himself in a strange and otherworldly place. He meets the Count, who is revealed to be a pale and gaunt figure with sharp teeth and long fingernails. This is the first indication that there is something supernatural and dangerous about Dracula. After Hutter returns to his hometown of Wismar, a mysterious plague begins to sweep through the city, killing many of its inhabitants. This sets the stage for the arrival of Dracula, who is revealed to be responsible for the outbreak. Lucy, Hutter's wife, has a terrifying encounter with Dracula when he comes to Wismar to spread the plague. He feeds on her and leaves her weak and ill, setting the stage for the film's climactic confrontation. Hutter sets out to confront Dracula and put an end to his reign of terror. He finds the Count's coffin and attempts to destroy him, but is ultimately unsuccessful. Dracula rises from his coffin and attacks Hutter, turning him into a vampire. In the film's final scene, Lucy, who has now also been turned into a vampire, rises from her grave and walks into the sea, with Hutter following her. This haunting and surreal sequence is open to interpretation and is often seen as a reflection on the film's themes of obsession and madness. Overall, Werner Herzog's Nosferatu is a stunning and unforgettable horror film that is both faithful to the original and distinctively Herzogian. With its haunting atmosphere, mesmerizing performances and attention to detail, it's a film that is sure to leave a lasting impression on viewers.